She made a decision, one I never expected. Not because she lacked signs, but because I refused to read them without bias. Even now, I try to put it into words. But words demand logic. And what shattered me that day wasn't logic. It was belief. I believed soul-deep connections came with plot armor. Untouchable by sudden endings. Unreachable by consequence. That belief was flawed at the core. Her decision was quiet. No theatrics. No dramatic punctuation. No accusations or emotional debris thrown at the feet of goodbye. Just a clean cut from her side of the timeline. And that's what destroyed me. Not the leaving itself, but the precision of it. She didn't stumble out. She didn't flee. She chose. Consciously. Deliberately. Distance became her language. My heart trembled, not because she left, but because I realized I never accounted for the possibility that she could. I built a temple for a bond that was still under construction. She walked away from the blueprint. I stayed, worshipping the scaffolding. There is humiliation in hindsight. But there is revelation in accepting it without revisionism. Twin flames are catalysts, not guarantees. If a bond collapses when tested, it means it was a design held together by intensity, not structure. I mistook intensity for inevitability. She treated outcome as evidence. She was living in reality. I was narrating metaphysics over it. That asymmetry shaped her choice. She pulled back months before she stepped out. I named every pull, cosmic calibration. She saw weakening. I saw symbolism. That was my delusion, not destiny. The trembling? It was not heartbreak alone. It was the sound of identity foundations cracking, like ice under weight that was trusted without measurement. I wanted closure through explanation. She gave closure through consequence. More honest, more brutal, more useful. No narration from her mouth would have forced change the way her absence did. I interrogated every moment, every tone shift, every micro-reaction that now reads like a breadcrumb trail. But at the time they arrived without warning labels. Because I chose not to place any there. And people often dress denial in spiritual poetry. Not her. She moved with direction. I lingered with narrative attachment. That timing discrepancy is the real shock. Her silence delivered more insight than dialogue ever could. Because silence doesn't negotiate. It demonstrates. I was terrified because the mirror she held up to me was sharper without sound. It reflected contradictions. I said love was transformation, yet feared the very change love demanded. I romanticized fire, but failed to build the spine that could hold flame without burning down. That's not love's failure. That's construction fraud. Twin flames don't complete you. They strip incomplete narratives out of you. She chose her evolution sequence privately. I was loud about love, but quiet about internal upgrades. That mismatch forced her hand. She didn't break the connection. She broke the comforting delusion around it. And I resented her for doing the job I was supposed to do for myself. My trembling heart was ego resisting demolition. It felt like fate rupturing, but it was narrative architecture failing its stress test. Her decision triggered a psychological upgrade cycle I never consented to, but desperately needed. A shock diagnosis disguised as romantic prophecy. I begged the universe to rewrite her choice. But the universe rewrites no conscious decisions, only unconscious identities. And mine was begging for editing. I thought twin flames merged paths by default. She proved merging is earned through alignment, not mysticism. She stepped out because she valued direction over confusion, even if confusion wore love's face. That decision said, "This bond needs change or collapse." She chose collapse with motion. I feared collapse without motion. That difference is maturity versus mythology attachment. My heart trembled because the story died before the soul matured into its next version. Silence was her answer. It didn't comfort me. It corrected me. And correction feels like death when illusion is part of identity. Now the trembling is calmer. Less storm, more reconstruction. Because a fracture that exposes structural lies becomes a foundation for truth. Her decision didn't end the flame. It ended the denial shielding it. And for the first time, I could see the mirror clearly, even if the reflection burned. The shock wasn't fate betraying me. It was reality finally introducing itself without camouflage. She made a decision. And it shattered nothing external. It shattered the lie that love didn't need architecture to survive. And that trembling was never a sign of weakness. It was the seismic pulse of truth knocking.